What's going on, people? SeanPierceJohnson here at Winter NAMM 2019. I'm standing at the All Parts booth with this dude right here. It's Mr. Frank Falbo, Falbo Guitars, and many other things that you know and love in this biz. What's going on, buddy? How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you? It's the last day, so we're all feeling good about that.
We're all feeling a little silly and a little loopy.
Yeah.
I walked into here with like 3 cups of coffee in me and still wasn't feeling great.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I had some cold brew this morning. It did the trick.
Did you get your spro in?
It was a cold brew thing, a Starbucks thing, so we'll see. We'll see how it works out.
We'll see how it works out.
Hey, comments below as to how our energy level was throughout this meeting.
Comments below, interaction, engagement, people. That's what this is.
Tired. You guys look, well, you look too awake. Are you guys on cocaine? Are you guys?
Yep.
No.
Totally did a line of cocaine.
Clean. Totally clean.
Clean, sober, and all that good stuff. Now to why we're actually like standing here talking is you got some new guitars.
I do have some new guitars and new basses, and they segue into the stuff that we're doing here at the All Parts booth as well. So first thing I have is this bass. It's a fretless and fretted bass. Now, normally when you play a fretless bass, you have to put your finger right on the fret, or right where the fret would be. What I've done is first I've raised the fingerboard on this side so the transition is seamless.
I see that.
But then I move the nut and the bridge forward so the intonation point is such that where you're going to put your finger to fret the fretted note is the intonation point on the fretless side.
Fantastic.
So if you shut your brain off and you just play with normal muscle memory, you're going to be in tune. And so you can play fretless and fretted stuff. We like to say all the money notes are fretted. You know, this is how you get paid down here, and these ones are for you. This is where you get to express yourself.
This side of the neck is Staples Center.
Yeah.
This side is baked potato.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right.
Fantastic.
So yeah, it's super easy to play and to transition. It's got the new Fishman Fluence bass pickups, which just launched.
Hey, bass players, Fishman Fluence for you.
These are insane. There's 3 completely distinct voices, like hi-fi and scooped sounds and very fat vintage sounds, treble and bass on board, volume and blend. This body happens to be made of cedar, so it's very lightweight. And it's got the new bridges that we're working on, which is why we're here at the All Parts booth. So these bridges are individual string bridges. You can string through the body if you want, or you can string from the back. It's your choice, because you have to put the ferrules on the back to do that. Yeah. But saddle height is adjustable via thread, and the whole thing is making solid contact. So the bottom of this is not riding up on top of 2 Allen bolts. It's it's dropped right down on the thing. So the sound is very good, the attack is good, and then that leads me to the same kind of a version on the guitar. So individual string guitar bridges based on the same principle. And we had the other kind of bridge, we A-B'd them, we actually changed out strings one at a time, and each string, we kept the same string, we just changed the bridge. Each string had so much more like strength and resonance to it. There was another guy I was with at the time, and he was like, man, those other ones sound like they're pitched, by comparison. Yeah. So these are available on also the Falbo ERGO, right? So this is an 8-string, 6, 7, 8 string fan fret or straight scale individual string bridges, but that's the new ERGO guitar, right?
Fantastic.
And you guys probably already know, a little about that.
You already probably know a little bit about. I know there's been some talk and some chatter, but I just want to put it out there, because as someone who's been involved in this business for a decade of his life, came in as a total fanboy and knows like that environment, expertise and experience has taught me, never believe everything you read. I'm just gonna say that much. The fact of the matter is, Frank is an awesome dude. He's always been good to me. He's always been a friend. He builds some fantastic looking guitars. I'm excited to see it live on. I think that this, for me, works a lot better than what I've seen previously.
Right.
And these are, people are taking, you're taking orders on these right now.
We are. Yes, we are taking orders. I have several builds in the shop right now. So order taking and availability, those things are not a problem. I go back to my shop and I build the guitars and they get done and then they get shipped to the customers. So no issues there. But with all parts too, you'll be able to get most of this hardware. So the headless version, like there's a headless version of this. So you can get this as a headless with this hardware. Same deal, right? Like the adjustable saddle height by a thread, solid contact, milled brass. One of the key upgrades here are ball bearings. You can't see from there, but you can pretend to be excited about it.
Oh, I do.
So these
hardware is hardware, but as long as the guitar stays in tune and sounds good, that's what I care about.
So there's little ball bearings in here that make it easy to turn. The trouble with a lot of these is when you get string tension on them, it's hard to spin.
Yeah.
So there's that. Coming a little bit later in the year, here's the bass one like we showed. Coming a little bit later is going to be a tremolo system. This I'm super excited about. This is straight or multi-scale, headless or headed. You can do anything with this tremolo, and it fits within like a standard Floyd Rose route. It fits a standard Floyd Rose block, so if you buy like the titanium ones or the brass ones from Floyd,
yeah,
those will work in here. Your stone tones, your whatever, you can swap those out if you want. But carbonized like hardened steel pivots and studs, that's like where they don't mean to geek out on you guys, but normally it's like heat treated and they quench it in like oil or something, right? And it's like, it makes it harder. This is like some carbonized process where it like forces carbon into all of the voids of the metal and like makes it 10 times harder than normal case hardening. So the bridge anchors, like the knife studs and then the knife edges, those will be all those will be all hardened. This is, like I said, solid, like milled out brass, but like a bell brass. And so I mean the sound, the weight, the feel, the vibe, it's all kind of right there.
This guy is a nerd.
Such a nerd, not afraid to say it.
Such a nerd.
I am what they refer to on the spectrum as a high-functioning nerd, okay? So whatever I have, I'm the high-functioning version of it. I talk a good game, I put on a good show, but back behind there, I am all geek and all nerd,
Well, there you go. He's all geek, and I'm spent from that one. Fantastic. Well, that's the guitar, that's the bass, that's the hardware. There's tons coming more, and if you enjoyed, please show support. Check out Frank's guitars, make an order, and click the subscribe button, turn on the notifications, come back for more. Thank you so much for Frank Falbo. I'm Sean Pierce Johnson, wishing you all out there great tone and happy stomping.